Someone in the comments said I look like the dollar store Hideo Kojima. Anyways, today we're going to be reacting to the Artificer World Record, which was done here by Cap, and it's a 22:20. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think the world record can be improved. In fact, in the DLC 1 patch, Disputed has a world record of 20 minutes. So I'm thinking the world record here can be faster, especially since now we have the green portal, which can save a lot of time on this first stage. But yeah, this time I'm going into this run completely blind. I have no idea what Cap is going to be getting here. I'm assuming it's just like bands and damage mult, because that's pretty much what you want on Artificer when doing runs with her. Here he doesn't have enough gold yet to fully charge the Halcyon Shrine. He needs like about 10 or 11 more, not including the Stone Golems. But these two Lemurians and this Beetle should be enough. Yep. But yeah, I'm thinking like this world record can be a lot faster. This one was also submitted like over 2 months ago, so it's fairly old. So I'm surprised no one's really took up the mantle of trying to beat this yet. I mean, I'm kind of not that good with Artificers, so I haven't been really doing any Artificer runs myself. But I'm surprised someone else hasn't really tried to beat this yet. It's definitely beatable. 22 minutes. Like, no offense to Cap, like 22 minutes is still a very, very good run. It's still a very good time. But it's definitely beatable. Tragic. Yeah, Chronic Expansion probably is just better in speedruns. Because with War Bonds, you're probably only getting like 5 or 6 stacks of it on a boss per stage. And how helpful is that really? Especially since you're not getting that many items, so you're not really getting a lot of damage mult to use with the War Bonds. Whereas Chronic Expansion is just like a free watch if you kill a couple enemies. Very good. Even in Phase 3 of Mithrix, Chronic Expansion still holds up very well. Trying to clear the Void Seed actually. Usually you don't do this, but I guess there wasn't that many enemies. Also, the Void Seed was like literally right next to where he spawned. So let's see, maybe you'll get something good out of this. Not really. So there's 3 more cradles, but yeah, he's gonna have to dedicate a lot of time. He actually can go into these cradles though, because he has a Weeping Fungus, thankfully, but yeah, this is gonna be quite the time commitment. So if none of these are good, this is gonna be such an insane amount of time loss. Another Weeping Fungus, not the worst. Can open the other 2 cradles sooner. A Lost Seers. That's not great, especially on Artificer, who's like super cooldown based. Doesn't have really fast attacks. Yeah, I don't know if I like that pick from Cav really. Not gonna lie. So we're gonna see him gamble for drinks. Okay. I'm actually surprised he's going super into this. It does keep the Chronic Expansion though, because that's a really fat damage boost. One of the best if you can consistently get some hits and kills in. In fact, in the race from the other day, we saw Confuse print like several Chronic Expansions, because that's just how good it is. If you can like consistently get some kills in. So yeah. This is a very slow stage 2, and unfortunately not much to show for it. Except for the drink printer, of course. Yeah, hate to see it, hate to see it. If you just ignored all of that, this would be like almost a sub 20. Unlucky, mate. But I guess in his position, you kind of have to gamble, because like, what if it's a Plasma Shrimp and Polyloot? Then you just lost out on an insane run. But regardless, this is still world record, and there's the band. So he's probably gonna get that and some sort of damage molts in the future. Because although Chronic Expansion is nice, definitely not enough, especially on like the first phase of Mithrix. Get the back of mag probably. Yep. So he's leaving stage 2 at 7.5, which is actually very slow. He must have picked up the pace at like stages 4 and 5. Or 3 as well, probably. And I say it's slow because in order to go for like a 20-minute pace, you want to leave at like roughly 3 minutes a stage, assuming you take 5 minutes on the entire moon sequence. And then that'll add up to 20 minutes. But right now he's a little behind. So going for the teleporter right away to hopefully make up some time. He's also getting a Wisp event here. So the boss is guaranteed to be Grove Tender, with it being at that spot. And by it, I mean the teleporter. So, wow, Void Send is actually really nice here. Just murders those wisps. When the Grove Tender throws out his wisps, just freaking annihilates and gets annihilated. So yeah, that's a nice and easy stage 3. And he gets Little D, which is actually really good. Especially on Artificer, who struggles with like air enemies. And then he's also printed 4 drinks. So this Little D is actually going to do quite a bit of damage. Very nice. Nothing too great that he pinged, just from what I'm seeing. Aside from maybe that chronic expansion. We'll take the Chrysalis though, so he does have a skip. Ion Surge alone can skip, but it's just not fast at all. Especially by itself. Got a bit of damage mult, nice. But yeah, that's all he can afford on the stage since he rushed TP right away. Which is honestly worth. Because he made up quite a bit of time that he lost. Still roughly a minute behind, but he made up like about 40 seconds in that stage. So here also activates right away. But yeah, I just want to keep sprinting. Making some great use out of that Little D. Doing a lot of damage. With 4 drinks. Very nice. So I'm guessing this is probably his entire build for the Mithrix fight. Maybe he gets some more damage bolt somewhere. Maybe there's like a watch sprinter or something. Or an AP round sprinter. Because, I mean, no way this is all he has for world record. I'm guessing a little bit more damage molts or something. And yeah, leaves right away. Gets a fuel cell actually, which is really nice for the moon sequence. So he can probably just run up the ramp and then skip right away with Chrysalis. Or if he wants, he can also use the Chrysalis to like skip the entire staircase. So another drink printer. Oh my gosh, he might actually full send this. Just because he has a little disciple. This is such a weird build. Manages to keep Bakamag though, that's pretty nice. Damn, is this really just a Little D build? No damage mode, seriously? That's so strange for a world record. So he does see there's an ATG in that shop. That's actually gonna increase the damage by a lot. Very nice. Trying to buy it first, so TP is more manageable. Stage 5 TPs are definitely always the scariest ones. And he sees there's a watch printer, so we're most likely actually going to see him print some watches. Because, I mean, no way in hell he's just doing Little D with speed, come on. Surely he prints watches. Please prove me right. You're actually such a crackhead if you don't print watches. A bit of a rough TP. And I say it's rough because the bulk of his damage comes from Little Disciple, but kind of awkward, like continuously sprinting when they're just out of range of the teleporter. I was trying to hit each one, making sure they don't regain their shield. That one's dead, thank goodness. Well, nothing too bad, I guess. And now the teleporter charged to 99, so he can continuously run around them without worrying about losing time not charging. Oh, doesn't leave right away. So I think he is going to print watches. Nice. I definitely think that's the right play there. Takes the bolstering and not a drink. That's actually really nice for him. Wants to keep as many drinks as he can, so Little D can still do ginormous damage. Yeah, 3 watches. I'd say that's fair. So he fights Mithrix with just this. I'm assuming he enters the fight at like 17 and a half, which means the fight is about 4 minutes. Wow, that's pretty quick actually. Probably just does more damage than I thought he would. Hopefully he makes it here, trying to move as horizontally as possible. Just because Ion Surge can cover the rest. And yeah, he does. Nice. So yeah, a little over a 4-minute fight. Pretty good. So yeah, he's gonna try and stay as close as possible to Mithrix, just so Little D can continuously keep activating. Because yeah, that damage is pretty good from Little D. And then he also has a missile. Yeah, pretty nice. Ooh, so he does the freeze tech there. So he froze him as he was about to jump, which prevented him from jumping altogether. He does one more cycle of attacks before he jumps again. So yeah, you're going to be seeing him freeze Mithrix as he enters the jump animation and just entirely cancel that, allowing him to get more damage in and get a faster time. Nice. And I believe Big D, was it? I forgot if it was Big D who made it, but yeah, there's a video out there on like the entire freezing shenanigans during the Mithrix fight. It's very cool, very informative. I recommend you give it a watch. That sucks. Blew completely out of the way, so moving on to the next enemy. I agree with that. And now he has Chrysalis, so he's going to be abusing Little Disciple for the wisps. Very nice. Hopefully he can get that other wisp too while he's at it, while Chrysalis is still active. Oh, looks like it's run out. But it's still close to the bottom, can still get Little D to activate on it. And it's dead. Nice. I'm trying to really burst him down so he starts jumping. Might see him do the tech here as well. Right now? Oh, he goes for the slam. Okay. There you go. So now Mithrix doesn't jump. Can do more damage to him because he doesn't jump. Save a bit of time. Yeah, trying to get the phase 4 skip. Still like 2 more seconds left on bands. Yeah. Unlucky timing. Doesn't get the phase 4 skip because band was on cooldown. As phase 4 taking quite some time actually. Doesn't get Little D or band until now. But there you go, that should be it. Dang, that lost him like 30 seconds or something. Okay, clockwise one spawns in this time, so he goes there. Gets the closest spot. So yeah, that's the run. Good job, Cap. Not every day you see a Little D build for a world record run. So it's a pretty nice change of pace. But yeah, once again, good job, Cap. Make sure to show support to Cap. The full run's going to be in the description. That's all.